Welcome back. We're actually going now on Skype to speak with Ambrose Omodion, our stock market analyst. Ambrose, I hope you're there.
I'm with you, yeah.
Yes. We missed you for like 2 weeks right now, and I'm sure a lot of people would have been looking out to listen to you speak on the stocks. Anyway, how do you see the stock for the week? I mean, from Monday till this day, till yesterday, yes.
Yeah, actually, it has been a mixed market because I'll tell you, the market was marginally down on Monday, then rebounded, but yesterday on Wednesday too, it came down marginally too before rebounding fully yesterday. On the whole, market for the week is positive and strong. The good thing is that this is the earnings season of the Nigeria market. Company that has this September 30th as the end of their third quarter, we expected to release their number latest by close of business today. That is 1 month after your quarter has ended. That means we expect more numbers to hit the market. The good thing is that the ones that have hit the market so far, they are very impressive. They beat market expectation. And also the numbers we are seeing so far also giving us a clue already what the GDP for third quarter will look like. But only that insecurity have slowed down the whole thing, for the economy. But this number we are seeing, we'll see a better GDP, for Q3, which is good for us. But investors, knowing the importance of third quarter earnings anywhere in the world, are not playing with these numbers. As they are coming, they are doing already portfolio adjustment, reacting to positive numbers, and also treating those that are posted a negative number the way it should be. That means between now and end of the year, we expect these kind of activities up and down in the market because people will be selling some portfolios that are not doing well to enter those companies that are positive. For me, that is what we expect. And the market for the week as under review has been positive and interesting for Nigerian investors and not the foreign players in the market. And the good thing is, again, is that with these numbers, we're actually having insight what you should expect from companies at the end of the year 2020-21 financial year.
Ambrose, there are two things I want to raise from what you just said. You said people were selling off, some particular stocks just to get into the market. That's one. Then the secondly, with the way the market is right now, what do we see from next year? I know next year the budget has been read for even 2022, but what are we looking at next year?
Yeah, to start with the first question, you said, why are people selling some? Actually,
yes.
As an investor, every investment is against expectation. Since every investment is against expectation, whether in the money market, whether in the fixed income market, in terms of a bond, in terms of equity, every investment is against what? The future, against expectation. Now that we are seeing the numbers of these companies, there are investors or traders that have entered some position in expectation of these numbers that we are seeing now. And if the number do not meet your expectation, nothing stop you for selling off and move to where you see that there's a positive number. And that is why you see that they are selling. So that's why we call it a portfolio reshuffling or a balancing of portfolio, where you know that the company have entered earlier, the number they release do not meet your expectation. You cut your loss and move to where you see that there is growth also. There's a brighter future or perspective for that company. That's how to invest. And that is what investors are doing. And it's not against any investment practice or investment strategy. You don't say because you love a company, the name of the company or the manager of the company, and they are posting a bad number, you want to hold on to it. No, stocks are not like marrying a woman. When you make some losses in your stock, we cut off because you don't need to say, I want to hold it tomorrow. No, once you just make loss, move to the next level and recoup your loss you have made there. Don't say because unless what attracted you in that company are saying that. And what you are seeing that the opportunity of this, what you are seeing is just for you to get more in. But personally, I advise that investors should average up, and it's only when you have information that this company that I am, even though the result is bad, there's another comment that it will be good, they can hold. But if not, I don't advise anybody to hold. But that's why in Invest Data, we believe in what we call stop loss. Stop loss is when you enter a stock at the buy range and you hit the stop loss you have set, you sell off immediately and move toward the next option or the next opportunity. That's why we are seeing selling and buying. People are selling off some position to buy some. That's how it should be. It's not anything different from whatever is happening in all over the world. You don't hook up stock because you love the name of the company, or you love the manager, or you love their brand. You are there to make money. Every investor in any floor of the exchange all over the world is there to make money, not to look the face of the managers or not, or the name of the company. That's why when we are not making money, you sell off to go to another opportunity. Yes, you said that the budget has been read or presented to the National Assembly by the President. For me, that budget was about 16.45 trillion is huge. And also, you can also look back, since this government came on board, the kind of figure they be releasing as a budget, you have to see the numbers were seen as budget, as they reflected on the economy and the life of the people. These are things you also have to look at. But as an investor, you are looking at where is this budget going to impact, which sector, which industry will benefit more from it, so that you cannot position ahead of it. That is why also saying thanks to this government for making sure that they release budget between the normal 12 calendar years before we enter the new year. Now they have sent it to National Assembly. I'm telling you, before the end of 2021, this budget will pass so that they can start running immediately from January 2022, which is good. But we want also to know how far they want 2021, the implementation, which sector has it impacted positively, which we know that our GDP for second quarter will see the sectors that really has driven that GDP to where we saw a figure of 5.01. It tells you that agricultural sector, manufacturing sector, telecoms, and is government investing, that they do infrastructure into help these sectors. Is what the government doing in the agricultural sector. Today we have insecurity here and there. You need to put this in perspective. But going into the new year, seeing the budget now, as an investor, you need to know where should you start positioning because of this budget, because we have seen the breakdown of the budget already. And that is why we are holding Invest 2022 in December for investors in Nigeria.
So Ambrose, looking at, yes, the budget has been presented to the Senate and everything, and I'm sure you know about the budget right now. So what would you advise for incoming investors for next year?
No, actually, for investors coming for next year, as I just said earlier, we're having Invest 2020 for Traders and Investors Summit coming up December 4th. In that training or in that gathering, we're going to review the outlook of the economy and the sectors that we are going to position, especially now that we're seeing the budget and where it's going. I'll tell you that the agricultural sector will become a front burner because this is the sector that drives the economy. And at the same time, we need to feed ourselves before we can export. If we want to avoid hunger in this nation, government need to do more money, put more money in agriculture to kind of encourage, put security in the place so that people start going back to the farm. I expect that sector, if by next year, with the government also investing in all this ammunition, importing one arm or the other to make sure that they control insecurity. If that is achieved, I see that next year agriculture sector will be a place that investors start looking that way. And also, if economy is recovering, another sector that is very critical, very important to invest is the banking sector. If the economy is recovering, that means you see that banks non-performing loans will start going down. If you look at the result that came from UBA, you can see that their non-performing loan has dropped drastically, and they even having a kind of a recovery. For me, you look at the banking sector, and also don't forget that the building material is very important, the construction sector, because since we are driving, infrastructure and trying to kind of close the gap between our infrastructure today, that means those building materials, construction company should also where investors should be looking at this point. For me, this is what how to invest. You don't wait until you enter that 2022 as an investor to be at the Invest 2022 Traders and Investors Summit, so that the particular stocks and the sector that you should put down your money will be discussed, so that at the end of the day you position ahead of the new year. That is how to invest for 2022.